he played great. He got 3 shots through. I really liked his shot. The pass to Zach Hyman was awesome. He's playing the right side, looked good. 24 minutes plus 3. Again, plus minus, I think, can be used in a vacuum of a 1-game sample size as an indicator of when he was on the ice, more good things happen than bad. But I thought Jake Walman was nothing short of fantastic in his debut. And there's one part of it, and I can't wait to talk to Louie about this. The breath of fresh air that is a guy like Jake Walman laying big hits and playing physically is, bang, sit on down. And then, again, to not even back down when Jamie Benn came up to him later and wanted to give him some shots. When was the last time an Oilers defenseman did that? It's
been a long time. Max Jones, didn't he have a big hit as well? So
he did.
It's all the thing we were clamoring for is this team needed a bit of a different identity, and it wasn't about stripping it down, obviously, and restarting things. It was just adding a few pieces that can fill a couple of holes, and I think so far from what we've seen out of obviously Walman and Jones, and eventually we'll see it from Tredrick. That was accidental. They're all going to bring that physical element. There you go, Max Jones, Branson, just taking a couple of them. But yeah, I think overall, you've got to be pretty happy with what you saw from Walman the other day.
Can I give you a number?
Sure.
Cody Ceci and Jake Walman were on the ice at the same time for 10 minutes and 49 seconds last game.
Okay.
What do you think the shots were?
I know how many Walman was on the ice for. I guess 10-1.
11-0.
Yeah, there you go.
When Walman and Ceci were on the ice at the same time, the Oilers outshot the Dallas Stars 11-0.
So Nurse and Walman obviously played the majority of time together. Walman was on the ice 5-on-5 for 15 shots for and 3 against. When Nurse was on the ice for 15 shots for, but 6 against. So Nurse wasn't on the ice at 5-on-5. I guess in a look a little bit deeper, but wasn't on the ice at 5-on-5 for a shot for, but 3 against without Jake Walman on Saturday.
If Jake Walman can be at that level going forward, man, the Oilers, that's a hell of a deal by Stan Bowman.
Look, like you said, you don't want to get ahead of yourself too much, but over his NHL career, he's shown a lot of consistency of being a plus-minus guy. Again, you can kind of take that stuff for what it's worth, but when there's a guy who is -1 at 5-on-5 and the rest of the team is -37 without him on the ice, I think it speaks volumes to the kind of player you've got there. And look, the Oilers don't need +3 from him every night by any means, and even passes like that, they don't need that all the time, but they just need him to be a reliable player for them, which is something they've lacked in the top 4. Not with Bouchard, Ekholm, and Nurse. Obviously, they've had their ups and downs too, but just the replacement of going from Troy Stetcher or John Klingberg to Walman,
it's crazy.
It's insane. There is no comparison.
He even admitted himself. He said he comes in, he has a personality, the gritty. We had him on the after hours, and there's the hit right there. I mean, that's just boom. And you know what? Textbook open ice hit. Just a good closure by him. Not a dirty hit. Kept his shoulder down. Rantanen popped right back up and was fine. Max Jones also popped Rantanen in that game. So Max Jones, in the limited time that he played, ran around. And I think that's the most important thing, is having guys that are hitting with intent. It's not just hitting because people say you have to hit, you have to finish a check. There's nothing wrong with a hit like that puts a big guy down on the ice and just sets the tone in a hockey game. I honestly think it was a big factor in the game. I think it was the reason Edmonton got out to the lead they got out to. Dallas, credit them. They're a high-scoring team. They came back in the game with a little bit of taking the foot off the gas by Edmonton, but they finished it off. I think Walman's first game as an Oiler, I think it's safe to say that people are going to like the way he plays the game. They might be getting him right at the right time. He's having a career year. How often is it that you can make a trade at the deadline where you're getting a player that's having a breakout year offensively? And that's what Walman is doing right now. He's going to have over 40 points, so you're injecting a 40-plus point defenseman in your lineup. It's worth the pick. It's worth the trade. I mean, you're bringing in a guy that is kind of finding his game at the NHL level, is confident about his game. I was impressed with the fact that he was down low in the offensive zone right away, playing with a new system, new team. He wasn't hesitant. Obviously, that hit was another factor of it, blocked some shots. Listen, If first games tell you a tale, which they do, I think, because you're jumping into a new environment. I think Jake Walman jumped right in, as did Max Jones in the last couple of games in limited time. So two guys that add a different dimension in the lineup and a very much needed dimension in the lineup.
What's up, Nation citizens? If you like that video, then you need to be subscribed to the Oilers Nation YouTube. Podcasts, live shows, exclusive interviews, and analysis. Everything you need from your favorite voices at Oilers Nation. And you don't want to miss any of it, so hammer that subscribe button.